Hurricanes aren't new to the Gulf Coast of Texas, but what would happen if a major hurricane struck a region where transportation is limited and few of its people have ever faced a devastating storm? The Texas Division of Emergency Management considers these worst-case scenarios and helps ensure the state plans, trains, and exercises for them. In 2016, the division conducted a full-scale exercise that simulated a major air evacuation from just such a region, the Rio Grande Valley. The purpose of the exercise was to assess how well the state could safely evacuate its citizens, shelter them, and bring them back home. The exercise targeted a dozen key objectives, from supporting evacuees with medical, access, and functional needs, to monitoring evacuee transport. Meeting these objectives meant coordinating more than 75 government, non-government, and private sector organizations. Codenamed Hurricane Tejas, the exercise called for a Category 5 hurricane with sustained winds of 145 miles per hour. After hitting the coast, it would move inland up the Rio Grande Valley, wiping out almost everything in its path. A storm of this size in this region could put the lives of 30,000 people at risk, many of whom lack even basic transportation or means of escape. The exercise begins 120 hours ahead of landfall and involves the coordination and staging of numerous resources and personnel. Later, exercise organizers hold a briefing for the news media, local officials, and other stakeholders.
We want a thorough, good, effective feedback on what we're doing, how we can improve, and how we can make sure that when a real event occurs, we will be prepared to take care of the folks that we serve.
General population and medical evacuee role players begin checking in at embarkation hubs.
2 lines, please.
Are processed through security before boarding buses for the airport. Several evacuee role players simulate access and functional needs, while others present a wide range of medical conditions.
I'm a 79-year-old with chronic leg swelling.
I weigh 98 pounds, and I am 13 years old.
13 years old.
And I have a right fractured femur.
I'm 82 years old, and I have peripheral vascular or peripheral arterial disease.
Triage is performed to determine evacuee needs. A special ambulance bus transports patients from the embarkation hub to the airport, where they are carefully loaded onto Texas Air National Guard aircraft, while exercise evaluators look on. At the same time, general population evacuees are being checked in and loaded onto chartered aircraft. Planes are cleared for takeoff to Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin, well out of the storm's reach. Once there, evacuees will be bused to nearby shelters.
This is a general population shelter, so unless you have a specific medical need or issue, you would come to this shelter. If you had that specific higher care need, you would go to a medical shelter.
After an overnight stay, evacuees are safely transported back to the Rio Grande Valley. Full-scale exercises involve hundreds of volunteers, law enforcement, and military personnel. The state uses these exercises to assess and improve its plans and training. This helps us prepare for any threat while protecting our state and its citizens.